When we were watching film, you said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Strong right, strong right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Ready, 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go deep.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
53. Mike 53. I'm coming.
On 3rd down, Swift. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Go.
Take 4, take 4. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Ready?
Throwing on 1st down. Glenn steps away to his left. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey.
Let's go right here. Mike 53. 53.
Yeah.
To throw again. Glenn. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 36.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
Check your hot read.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, Delta. Yep.
Baby, I got you. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
From the gun, Glenn. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
52's the mark, boy. 52. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That's it, baby. We got one.
1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. On 1st down, Swift. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check tight, check tight, check tight.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Jaguars 3, Broncos 0.
Break.
52, Mike 52. Hey,
Recon, 132 fighter. 20, let's go.
On 2nd down now, Swift, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled
I'm
up.
coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 31, check 31.
Ready?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Glenn. Throwing right, and that's complete. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Jacksonville, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready?
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and
Now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
64, weak, go. Hey, high 7. Hustle, hustle. Get it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Glenn. And he fires one that's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Come on, set. Touch the outlaw. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
They'll look to throw here. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Taken in at the 11. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, Swift. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles, rolling the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing, and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
On second down, Swift, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl.
36.
Now!
Watch twins. Watch twins. Chance.
Look at me. Door. Hey, wahoo! Steve Griffin.
On third down, Glenn. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here we go. 15 on it. We want this.
On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
3 down.
On second down now, it's Lindsey. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Let's go. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Check. Whoa. Watch Mike. Let's go.
On third down, here's Lindsey. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The kick by McManus is good, and that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
To throw on second down, Glenn. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Ready?
On third down, Swift. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Check 93 from Mike. Go, go. Coming to you, coming to you.
2nd and 14. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do is they run it here. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Ready, break.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell your guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 10. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10.
On the set.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Another run by Lindsey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
And it's third down.
Ready. Check 70 ending. 52 right here. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Out of the gun now on third down. Over the middle, complete. That's Bird. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
First down, Denver.
On the ready. 52. Mike 52. Get this one.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And the throw there going to be incomplete. There was the pressure you were talking about, force the incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
The Broncos send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Check.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Look at me. Zipper. Hey, exit. Shoot.
Looking to throw on second down. Glenn. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
97's the mic. 97.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Glenn throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Ready. 60 out ball.
I'm coming after you. Switch.
Protein spill.
Alert flare.
Bravo. Lead dribble.
To throw on second down. Glenn completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Jaguars on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, Haywood.
Watch safety creep.
From the gun, Glenn. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 57 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
A gain of 15. And the Broncos first down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Don't let 89. Check
Looking to throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of
touchdown, Jaguars! A big play there. 51 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Herndon's got it complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Second and 10. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards there, a first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. He'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. There he goes left side. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Now parking for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
The Broncos take over 30 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll dump this one off to Lindsey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And a loose football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Hey. Patch it. Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Hey, Zoo. SOS. Watch twist. Now.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Glenn. Oh, he's going to let this go for the ends. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. In for the score. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Jaguars. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Back to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll find Lindsey here. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2.
3 down. 17, guys.
Now back to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't...
And look at this. It's a fake, but he will not make the first down marker. And that'll be a turnover on downs. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
On the set.
52's the mic. Check. 52's the mic. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.